Hello from Portland. I'm actually dressed a little nicer than usual today. I'm wearing a jacket because we went to the theater. Carter and I met some friends and saw the Oregon Children's Theater do The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which was very good. I love the Narnia books. Carter and I have read almost all the Narnia books. We didn't really read The Last Battle. The Last Battle's got issues. My favorite is The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, but that would be kind of hard to do on stage. The play was at a theater downtown, so we had to cross the river. Portland is sort of divided in half by the Willamette River, so we live on the east side of the river, and it's almost like there's a whole other city on the west side of the river. So if I'm going to the west side, I will usually try to get a bunch of things done. This week, Carter had managed to rip open his brand new jacket on a fence, so he needed a new jacket, and the REI is on the west side of the river, so we decided to go there first before the show and found a really cool jacket. Then we had a lot of time to kill, so we walked around Pioneer Square, which is a really nice kind of central area in downtown Portland, and then we walked a few blocks to the theater. I've actually read the Narnia books quite a few times as an adult and enjoyed them just as much. There's actually a really good quote from C.S. Lewis when he was writing to his goddaughter, who he dedicated The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe to. Someday you'll be old enough to read fairy tales again. And I've really enjoyed being old enough to read fairy tales again and to read all kinds of books that may or may not be aimed at my age group. I'm a big fan of the Harry Potter books too. And actually, when the Harry Potter books first came out, I didn't want to read them because I thought they were kids' books. I was in my late 20s or early 30s and way too cool for kids' books. I'm embarrassed to say I was actually persuaded to read the Harry Potter books by a lawyer I was working with who was just one of the most awful people I've ever known. Just not a nice person. Just really, I can't imagine why I took her recommendation on a book, because we had nothing in common. I was having to fly a lot, and I don't really like to fly, and she said these books were perfect for airplanes because they sort of kept your attention, but you didn't have to think about them too hard. And I think she was wrong about that. She was just sort of a shallow person. You can think a lot about the Harry Potter books. Carter and I have made a couple of runs. He loves the Harry Potter movies, but we have never managed to get through the Harry Potter books together. We tried when he was much younger, and he just couldn't focus on it. That may be our summer reading project. Last summer we read The Hobbit, and we were going to go see the movie together, and it just didn't look very good, so we didn't go see it. But if it is good, someone tell me in comments, and maybe we'll go see it on DVD or something. It seemed like it might be a little intense for a 9-year-old. When we read the book, I skipped over some of the giant spidery parts of it. And it's not like I have to have an excuse to read the books. Like I said, I've read those books even before I had a child. Because I am old enough to read fairy tales again. But it's even more fun to share fairy tales with your children and know that they're going to outgrow them and then grow back into them again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.